Doub.
Coincidentally, I've lived in Boulder since 1970. I'm retired. I was a professor of Chinese studies at the University of Colorado at Boulder. I'm a veteran of 2 years active duty with the U.S. Army. I'd like to change very quickly. I, of course, am not a citizen of Colorado Springs or a constituent of yours, and I don't know what has happened or what has not happened and what might happen, but I would urge you to consider a resolution, perhaps somewhat similar to what the Denver City Council did a couple of days ago, or perhaps at least one saying that you feel that at least there should be strong United Nations backing for an attack on Iraq. I will not go farther into the pros and cons of that at this point. I'd like to say very quickly what my own experience was. I was standing next to my son's van, waiting for him to come out to leave. I think the situation was clear to most of us that, rightly or wrongly, and I think clearly wrongly as it's been expressed, we had to leave that parking lot and immediately or get arrested. I was waiting for him to come out, standing peacefully, doing nothing at all but waiting. He was being arrested. He had the keys. He couldn't come out, and I was arrested. And Suzanne was taken out of the van and arrested. She was in there also waiting to leave. I leave you to conclude from that, whatever you wish to conclude. As to the overall charges, I had several conversations with police officers during the day at various locations. I questioned one. I said, why did you gas when there were children there in the playground? And she said, it's the fault of you all. You were out of control. And I've been thinking about that. Everything I personally saw, everything I talked about, as nearly as I can determine, when there were cars on Academy, there was almost no blockage at all. The demonstrators, including myself, for an hour were staying on the side. I've heard accounts that a few people said nasty, unpleasant things to the police, confrontational. I totally do not back that. It's extremely unfortunate. I have heard of a few people, 2 or 3 or 4, sitting in Academy when the cars were there. There was, after that, after all the area was shut off, there was a little bit of random going out into the street. I myself, as many others, wanted to stand there peacefully, show our signs and our flags, and make our point to the citizens, not to each other. So I walked clear down to Constitution, and they closed all of that. I walked with others off to the west, where the diversion was going, and we stood there peacefully for an hour on the curb, completely legally expressing our views. So, as far as I can determine, I don't have anything against the police here or anywhere else. I don't want a confrontation. I'm not against them, but some of their actions need to be looked at very carefully in this case.
Thank you, Mr. Doub.
Thank you for your attention.